So my current thinking on educating ESOL students isn't really a lot. I mean, I wasn't around a lot of ESOL students growing up. Just from doing all of these courses, I know that they don't get the education they should be getting. And because they speak that second language, teaching them can sometimes be a lot harder, especially if they're coming from another country and they don't know English as their second language per se. As far as the videos, it really opened my eyes, even just the trailers that I watched. It is true that impoverished schools really don't get the best education because lack of funding and the location. And those teachers, they try their absolute hardest to give these children the best education they can possibly get. But it's so hard when, like I stated before, the location and the lack of funding, and not to mention how these children are being raised. Their parents are doing their absolute best, but a lot of them live in really low income places. So for them to try and get a good education is very hard because some of them may not be getting the proper nutrition they need at home. They may have to skip meals. Parents may be fighting so they don't get a lot of sleep, and that makes them fall behind in school. A lot of them don't have proper parent figures, so some of them do turn to the streets and they do stuff they aren't supposed to do, and they end up in juvie, or they drop out of school and end up in jail. Like one of the videos stated that 60,000 kids had gone through that school and only 20,000 graduated. The other 40,000 were failed. The school system failed them. They either dropped out or they went to jail. The other thing is, the second video, one of the kids was talking about how he feels like, it's a chore to have to get up every day and go to school. And another girl stated that she can't even go out into her own backyard and just enjoy being outside, enjoy playing outside, because she has 6-7 hours of homework a night. And it's all about interviews this and interviews that. You need to get into this great school so you can have a good education. But where's the childhood? Where's the fun? These children nowadays are not getting a proper childhood. Like, I had a decent childhood. Yeah, I had a lot of schoolwork, but I was able to still go outside and play and have fun and go to like Disney or other theme parks, to the movies. A lot of these children even have to spend their weekends doing homework because they're given so much homework and so many projects, especially the kids that are in the IB advanced programs. The amount of work that those children have to do is absurd. It's just, I am actually very thankful that I was never in those classes. I was in some advanced classes in high school, and even those were overwhelming to me. I can only imagine what IB classes would do to me. It would break me down, and honestly, I'd probably have to see a therapist and be on medication because it's just too much work for these young children. Granted, some of them can handle it because they're just so book smart and they have somehow figured out how to juggle everything in life at such a young age. But a lot of these children can't handle it. And especially if they don't have the best family environment at home, trying to succeed in school is going to be very hard for them. Not to mention if they have really strict parents that will not accept a B. They expect only A's. These children are going to drive themselves into the ground. It's so bad. Another one stated they had 6, I believe it was the second video, they had 6 suicides in the school district in that year. That could be related to, you know, how hard school is, but that could also be related to bullying. And, you know, that's another thing. You get bullied for being different. You get bullied for not having a proper English accent, like an American accent. And if you stumble on your words because you're from another country, you're going to probably get bullied. And that's just the fact of life, because these children were not raised to show respect to people nowadays. They show the worst disrespect that I've probably ever seen. And sometimes it falls upon us as teachers to show these children the proper respect that they should be given by showing them respect when it's necessary. Not all the time, but when it's necessary or they deserve the respect. You know, these videos just really were eye-opening. You know, they were just movie trailers, and there was just so much information in just those 3 minutes that it really baffled me, and it makes me want to go watch those movies now.